welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you my 13 years of journaling experience, starting back in 2007 when I was merely 5 years old until now when it's 2020, and why I started journaling, why I keep doing it, how I'm doing it, and what are the benefits that I'm getting from journaling. This is my first ever journal or diary as they called it, and actually my first entry in here, like it's all messy and all, but it's really funny how I've been just narrating what's happening in my life. And like what really made me start journaling is that I enjoyed recording what I'm doing and what I'm happy about, what I'm kind of frustrated about, what I'm sad about, and what makes me light up. So over the years, that's what really made me want to journal, because I also wanted to look back as to how I'm feeling, and I wanted to evaluate myself and just really be able to write down the things that are happening around me onto paper. It's just been in me ever since. And I think another factor that played here is when my mom and I used to always play giving letters to each other. These are some of the letters that we have kept back from 2007. Even though we're just beside each other, we would pretend that one of us would be abroad or something like that. So that just really made me want to write even more. And I just got it when I was 5, and then I continued up until I was in grade school and then high school and now in college. And it's actually really fulfilling for me to see how I have thought back then, and seeing what my 10-year-old self has been doing, what I've been stressing about, and all that and everything, like all the fun childhood stuff and the teenage years and the struggles and everything. It just really helps me to evaluate myself, how far I've come, what I've learned, and what I did to be able to face the struggles that I've faced, and also just being able to have something to tell what I feel whenever I don't have someone to tell it to, or if I don't feel comfortable talking about it with someone. So that's really the main thing as to why I started journaling and why I continued to do it. Journaling also helps me process what I learned and help me to analyze what I'm going to do next, what actions I'm going to do next. Like for example, even when I'm reading a book, I would actually journal about it. Like this one in particular, this is a journal for the books that I'm reading. So I would put in action points, like the challenges. This is where I'm going to do the challenge from the books, and it just really helps me to not just read passively, but it really helps me to incorporate it in my life. So I think that really journaling and just putting my thoughts into paper and then reading them afterwards is really helping me to do that, just to reflect on myself and to improve myself in ways that I can. And then how I journal can be somehow spontaneous, but right now, for the year of 2020, I committed to journal every single day in this diary. And it's like every night I'm going to put my thoughts here. It's like a gratitude journal, and also just keeping record of the events in my life and also what's happening in the world. But it's more personal, like just the personal events and like my realizations. This is where I put them every single day. And even if sometimes I only have one sentence, sometimes it's a poem, sometimes it's a narrative, sometimes it's a prayer, sometimes it's just words that doesn't even make sentences. So it really depends on what I want to write, and it's not about being perfect. It's somewhere where I can really be messy and like do doodles and everything that I want and just express myself, because I think that's really the point of journaling, being able to put out what you're feeling, your thoughts, and not have it run in your head and overthink and everything. So the journal is like an extension of my mind. But yes, right now I do have a scheduled time for journaling so that I wouldn't miss it, so that I would be able to stay consistent every single day. Sometimes I allot 10 minutes, sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 30. It really depends on the day, but it's just being able to really pour out what I have in my mind every single night. Another way that I journal is sometimes I write letters to myself, sometimes even letters to other people, or just like in some journals I just write down my vision, my plans, my goals, and just a rough draft of everything that I want and what I really look forward to and what I want to avoid and everything. So it's quite messy really. There's no one template of how to do it all, but it's really about how I'm currently feeling and what I want to do. Like there is no structure, like there's no real structure, but it's just about being able to write. And I actually really like to also put the time when I am writing it so that I would know if it was written during the day or night. Because it really depends, but our mood can change from time to time throughout the day. So I really try to track what time I'm writing so that I would know how my environment might be affecting me. And then the benefits of journaling is, first of all, it's memories, the nostalgia from when I was 5 years old, and when I was 5, 10, 14 years old, and all the ages that I have written, rather than me being able to forever forget what I went through. Reading these journals enables me to kind of also relive the moment and be kind of see my past self and kind of laugh sometimes. Like I laugh at myself sometimes when I do something silly and all that. So like sometimes what I stressed about before is something that I laugh about now. So I just like, it's just having that connection with my younger self as well. So I really value that. So like it's such a sentimental feeling as well, and at the same time it really helps me to reflect. It helps me to evaluate myself, to improve, and it also helps me to practice my writing and to, even though in journaling I don't worry about grammar or the spelling or whatever, but it helps me to just, I guess, have less writer block because every single day I have something to write. And it also helps me to become aware of myself because it helps me observe my thoughts and not be drowned in it. It helps me to rise above my mind, and so that I would really pick my thoughts and throw away those that aren't serving me and focus on what I want to embody in my life. And that is really helping me in my day-to-day life. And also, if you ask my friends, like usually when it's their birthdays, I mostly gift journals every single time because it's really something that I love, and I also know that it would help them. So I hope that it has been useful for them, like all the journals, like blank. I really love blank pages because it just because it just enables you to kind of have that freedom of what you want to write. So yeah, that is the video for today with my journaling experience. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you have any questions about journaling or note-taking, let me know in the comments below and share with me, have you been journaling or do you want to start journaling? Because I really encourage you to grab yourself a journal so that you would be able to also record your thoughts and look back whenever you want to, and just being able to keep those memories as well. And it doesn't have to be something to be seen by anyone. Like journals are personal and it's supposed to be just for ourselves. So it is something that would really help us befriend ourselves as well and be closer to ourselves as we become our own best friend. Because I mean, that might sound a bit sad at first, but actually having ourselves as our best friends and being independent, like having that self-love, self-care, self-validation for ourselves, it's very important for us as we also connect with other people in our lives. So I definitely 10 over 10 highly recommend journaling, and let me know if you're gonna do it. And so I will see you in the comment section, and if you like this video, go give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.